Well, I think from the previous videos, you have seen that each country has its own rules and regulations in regards to um, disabilities and service animals. So it's really important to check before you go, before you make your plans. You can check with a travel agent or someone who's already been there and see what is required. So, we have a lot of freedoms here in the United States, but it's not the same in other countries. Uh, Due to their planning, their economy system, their culture. So always good to check before you go. So I think you know that by now. So I wanted to switch over to, there was a conversation on Accessible Go, which was really important about service animals versus emotional support animals, and how it is determined from one country to another, or especially specifically here in the United States. A service animal is only a dog, so we have that. And then emotional support dogs are not considered service animals, so they are restricted in terms of where they can go. And there was a great, I will see if I can find it. There is a chart that indicates what service animals can do, what psychiatric service animals can do, and what emotional service dogs can do. So there are a variety of indications and charts that can tell you exactly what one does with the other. And on top of that, there is no certification for any of these categories, none whatsoever. So it's really important to know that you don't want to be had. You don't want to be stolen from, robbed of money. So these dogs are tested by what they can do. So for you. So, and an emotional support dog, you can't measure that other than, they let you pet them and you can hug them and they're very friendly, and that's about it. So it means a lot to you and changes your emotions, and that's important. But they're not approved yet as service animals. So because you can't measure the tasks that they do for you. So I will put those charts up because that's really important, especially when you're traveling here in the United States, when you're traveling to other countries. It is really, really important to know that. So if you're thinking of getting an emotional support dog or a service dog, those are two different categories, or psychiatric service dogs. And I will put the chart up so that you can observe it and learn about it so that you can think about if you want to do that or not. What is it worth to you? Is this, and again, you have to think about service dogs. There are service dogs that only help in the home. So that is one. And then service dogs that help in the home and help outside as well when you're going on errands or you're traveling or any of those kind of things. So I'm going to do a detailed video on service dogs and what the protocols are so that you understand, the responsibilities and what is expected of a service dog, which is quite a bit. There has been a wave of rejection of service dogs in certain commerces, in certain restaurants, in certain areas, businesses, and it depends on, lack of understanding of the law or the culture of that particular business, so that they are unaware. So we'll see if I have and find some more information on that and what is being done at the federal level. All right. So I'm going to try this video one more time. Keeps on freezing on me. Probably memory issues. But anyway, I wanted to throw in a little piece on hotels. In traveling, that's kind of one of our biggest challenges. Well, there's a lot of challenges, but the hotel continues to be one of them. You know, the big beds, the lack of floor space, and the bathrooms. So it's a work in progress. But it's really going to take us folks to continue to express our needs and to educate the hotel systems, the hotel organizations, to understand what is accessibility. Because usually what has happened is that they've tried to convert rooms into supposed accessible rooms, and it has not worked for us. So that's another piece I wanted to throw in here, that, you know, if you're going to go to a hotel, especially outside of the United States, but inside of the United States as well, for them to send pictures to see what you're going to run into. So, and educate, writing letters, speaking out, talking to the managers, talking to the organizations about what accessibility is about, especially if they're building new hotels. So this is our biggest challenge, along with air travel. So we'll see. I know this video is kind of a hodgepodge, but that's okay. Sometimes you have to throw in a hodgepodge somewhere here. So hotels, service dogs, and traveling and checking, you know, the traditions, the customs, the laws on the other end before you go. So a travel agent can be very useful. So let's do this, a hodgepodge video, and see if there's any comments you would like to post, pictures you would like to post of the hotels you've had to deal with, and we'll see. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and that requires advocacy and education. Thanks for listening to this crazy video. It's definitely a salad. So thank you so much for coming and spending a few moments or a few minutes with me listening to a variety of things. But if you're traveling, I'm hoping you have a very good one, and tell us all about it when you get back.